said, Pastor, I'm sorry, and I'm gonna pay for the chair.
Alright, y'all, I heard y'all were looking for me, but welcome back. Random TV Reviews, your girl, Lynette.
And it's your one and only boy, Stanley.
Look, the reason we was late, we had to come from the revival, man.
Yeah, we had to support the bishop.
Yeah,
we had to support the bishop.
Look, I did steal this from church, though, for real. Don't tell my church that I got a fan.
But every church got the church fan and a goddamn funeral home on the back. So they'll let you know if you go to this church, this is the folks that's gonna bury you right here.
Because they got a contract. Y'all think we bullshitting. They really do have contracts.
Yeah, they got contract. You can get a discount if you use that funeral home right there.
Everybody else will charge you $1,000 to dig your hole. Them right here,
they do it for $300.
$300 if you're an active member. $500 if you just show up.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get right into it. This is revival time.
Yeah, and before we get started, because we gotta make sure we get this money right.
Yeah.
You know, I know y'all paid your tithes and offering on Sunday.
You better have.
But y'all gotta make sure you got them revival pledges tonight. I want the $100. I don't want the $5. I don't want the freaking $10. The $100, the one all the way at the bottom. I want you to check that one off and put that money in there.
And when you do that, go ahead and confirm that by hitting that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, because y'all gonna like what I'm about to do for y'all tonight. I'm gonna bless you real good. And then go ahead and hit the bell. Hit it twice. When it says it's gonna let you know I got you.
Yes, indeed.
When they come through, we'll get you. But we had the revival, y'all. Still away. Still away. Bishop Greenleaf is happy as a June bug because it's time to get revived.
Wow. Yep.
And he gonna go pick up his homeboy, pastor, what was his name? Lionel Jeffrey.
Yeah.
And
I thought you were going to say Lionel Richie.
I actually was about to say Lionel Richie. And he said, look, he been waiting for me at the airport. I got to go get my boy. This revival's gonna be on and popping. I think it's a 4-day event. Hey, if my spirit ain't revived by now, it ain't gonna be.
Yes, indeed.
So he leave on out the door. He's still singing. And we had seen that one of Grace's old cut buddies back in the day, who has turned pastor herself, Pastor Rebecca, she done came into town.
Yeah.
They up in the room in the cut. They getting in the spirit with the spirit.
With the spirit, yes,
they
indeed.
Just, and Sophia checked them, said, so I see y'all pre-gaming.
Y'all pre-gaming already. She said, but no judgment, though. I ain't trying to judge you, though. You know.
I am.
Do you?
Y'all about to go to the revival, though.
Oh, they being revived.
They being revived, set free, and delivered.
They got some of that Holy Ghost champagne up in there working, buddy.
I said, okay. So we come to find out, you know, the friend is giving Sophia a whole lot of tidbits about her mama that she didn't even know. Back in the day, she used to, of course, we knew that she was the one that did the bomb preaching, but she also had a singing group, all this stuff. So Sophia was like, okay, my mama's she kind of that chick, you know.
Yeah.
I see why everybody didn't want her to come back to town. My mama's the skit.
Yeah.
You know?
They just, you know, she got all the players hating on her in the church.
Yeah. So, Pastor gonna go pick his friend up from the airport. They riding in the car, talking about life. Evidently, this guy just recently lost his wife or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was having a hard time packing his bags because he found some seashells. And he started reminiscing, going down memory lane. I said, just throw them shells away, or put them in a safe for now. Every time you see them shells, you're gonna go into a depression.
Yep, you're gonna be crying, boo-hooing.
Listen to Teddy Pendergrass and all that stuff. So he said, you know, I'm glad to be back over here with some good folk. You know, I got a word in my spirit. And Bishop is just briefing him on some of the bullshit that's going on with Mac and all that. And all of a sudden, Pastor Lionel said, hey,
Bishop,
is that Jacob?
Is that Jacob there on that Lamar billboard?
He said, yeah, that's my son.
That's my son.
Why they had Jacob and Bishop Skank sitting up there on that billboard looking like the pastor and the first gentleman? I said, why y'all do them like that? And I said, okay, I was really hoping that this guy wasn't coming into town to preach for the revival, but this is what it was. I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all some education. Some of y'all might know this, some of y'all might not know this.
Hit them with it.
But the purpose of a revival is it's a revival for your soul and your spirit and your physical man, and it's for the workers, the people in the church that actually minister, preach, teach, do all that stuff. Because all year long, these people are workers of the gospel. They never get a chance to rest and actually sit back and have somebody pour into them. So everybody got revival all twisted. They think that revival is a time to go out there and evangelize and get people to come into church. They ain't been in the church for 30 years. No, revival is for them folk that's sitting there and that's doing work every Sunday, every Wednesday, whenever y'all come to church. It's their time to sit back.
Yeah, so because they about ready to quit. So they need to be revived. Yeah. They need to be get a fresh wind.
Because as much as you think that they're spiritual beings, they are very human.
Yep.
So that's what revival is supposed to be for. Now let me give you a little tidbit number 2.
Hook them up.
When you do revival, have you ever asked yourself why they always get guest preachers? They get guest preachers so that the main bishop and the pastor, whoever that may be, can sit down and be renewed too.
Yeah.
But what happens is, this was supposed to happen. This was supposed to happen. They're supposed to be picked up and dropped off wherever the heck they're going to be residing so that they can hear from the Lord. They're not even supposed to be in the presence of anybody in that congregation. Because why? They're going to get tainted by you giving them information, by them sitting in the midst of the stuff that's going on. And as much as you say, okay, they're spiritual beings, and they'll be able to decipher between, okay, the Lord's telling me this, or is this head knowledge? Is the Lord telling me this is head? So your revivalist should never be in contact with anybody except for the person that actually set up their schedule, set up their hotel room, the armor bearer that took them to the hotel room. That's it.
And the bishop should have never even went and picked him up because he already briefed him about what's going on in the church. And you guess what? It's going to come out in the message.
Exactly.
It's going to come out in the message.
So that was bullshit from the get-go. So, and then after the revival's over with, that's when you're supposed to have all your fellow. And that's when you can tell the guest preacher, man, I'm telling you, you ain't even know what was going on up in this house, because God really had to get that to you, because you ain't had no idea. I ain't talked to you and you ain't talked to me.
So we ain't trying to scare none of y'all, but
so y'all be careful when y'all see that shit.
Sometimes you up in there and a message come and smack you right in the face and they're talking directly to you. It just might not be the Lord. It might be somebody might have briefed them about what was going on in your life.
Just like Bishop did on that way to that goddamn house. But so I hope I taught y'all a little bit of something there. You know,
come out there, rabbit hole, boom, 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 boom.
And,
like James said.
Back.
Boom.
So when they get to the house, I said, something don't feel right about this. Pastor Lionel walked up in the house. He looked around.
And him and Lady May
caught eyes.
Locked eyes, and she was like,
I said, what's going on, First Lady? And then she said, and scattered to the left. And he went and scattered to the right.
First thing we said, he went balls deep.
I said, what's been going on with you and the guest pastor? So First Lady May was like, hey, let me go and steal away.
Steal away.
But that steal away didn't last long, because Bishop went and brought Lionel to and said, hey, May, look who we got here. We got.
And she had to play it off like, yay!
How you doing?
You know you gotta do in church. You gotta fake it. Yeah.
Bishop said, you know what? I need some champagne. I need some wine. I'll be right back. When he left them alone, she said, what did I tell you?
You ain't even supposed to be here, player.
That was my agreement that you would never step foot in this house. He said, but your husband called me. So when he called me, I had to come. It's what it's going to look like if I tell the bishop that I can't come. Then he's going to start to speculate some bullshit.
So you know he preached my revival last year, so you know I got to come preach his revival this year. You know we got to do tis for tax. You can't be doing that, backing out on the man, and when I need him next year, he going to tell me no because I told him no this year.
So they had that little exchange or whatever, and I said, ooh, I got my eye on you, First Lady. But then we look over there, and Bishop Lester Wallace, his ALS don't kicked up. It ain't ALS, but it's Parkinson, but he had that same thing that Lucius had going on. And Lady May said, hey, you been taking that medicine that the doctor gave you? She said, yeah, I've been taking it, but it been making me all crazy and stuff. And I don't want to be flipping out like Andre on Empire. I need to be clear
Now-
for this here revival.
Now, did y'all see the way that the pastor was looking at his hand? He was there. But it took
Stop.
me back.
Stop.
You know, here's another rabbit hole right here.
Stop.
There is this pastor that we know, that I know real good. Lynette had met him like not too long. But he got a real bad stuttering problem. When he preach, he don't stutter. But if he talking in real life, he stutters. And when he stutters, his bottom lip goes. And Lynette, I thought that she knew that. And one day she had a conversation with him and he was talking to her. And she was staring at his bottom lip while they was talking.
Stanley got the call, said, I seen that bullshit that you did. Because when he started talking to me, he said, and I said,
She was staring. Now we not teasing people that stutter.
I thought he was having a stroke.
But she didn't know.
I didn't know.
I thought she
because
knew.
I've only
though.
heard him preach, and he doesn't do it when he preach.
He don't do it when he preach.
So I was like, the hell wrong with it?
She was
Spit it out. I don't know what the hell's going on. You need to brief me on this.
Because that night we were trying to hurry up and get back home too.
Yeah, and I'm sitting over here like, God, dog, he about to stroke out on me, and I can't get home. What the hell's going on here? So we saw Kevin. Kevin is trying to connect with his wife once again. He said, "Hey, when we gonna be able to smash?" I
Yeah.
mean, at the end of the day, I'm a man. I got many. When she said, you know what, we can do it the night after revival. So when that time came, she was like, you know what, I can't kind of
can't.
pencil you in, you know, do it and do. I said, honey, let me tell you something, baby. I'm gonna say this: if y'all was good, you got a baby now. You just might have to schedule that.
You gotta schedule that. Yes, sir. You gotta put that in your iPhone and get an alert to say, "Bing, sex tonight."
It said, don't even try that bullshit with me. Turn it around and do what you gotta
But
do.
I got pissed off. You gave that man blue balls. He was ready too.
He was ready.
He got butterball naked all the way to the bed, and she, nah.
And I'm sitting here like, ain't this a gospel show? Why I see eggplant? I mean, come on here
Kevin
now.
was ready.
I said, okay.
He
So
was
she said
prime
no.
time for the sex time.
End up, he tried it again. He was like, Jesus rose on the third day, so can I. Let's try it again.
Let's do it.
He tried to do it, and he got a little further. He got on top of her this time. And she said, you know what? I can't even do this. You know what? This right here ain't what we doing.
It's over.
It's over. And I said, I didn't really expect this, but I did expect this. And me and him had different reactions. I said that Charity loves her some Kevin. Kevin loves him some Charity. But Charity is also very aware of who in the heck she is married to now. And she can't turn away from that. And although he's trying his best to fight who he is, that he's, you know, doing all the zipper cap and all that stuff, she knows who she's dealing with. And although she loves the heck out of him, she loves him enough to let him be himself and to free him up to explore what that is, but respecting herself enough to be like, you're not gonna play around in the kiddie playground while you trying to figure out what it is that you're doing, what's your next step in life, you know, because I mean, you can't turn away from that. So he was like,
Well,
oh,
I said my little piece. I think she want the other boy.
well, she do want him.
That singer. And so I'm thinking this is her window of opportunity to kick Kevin to the curb so she can pick up that piece. That's what I think. That sounds good and everything.
No, that's true.
But I know how to play a game work. Like Jamal had told us that time, you can't fool a fooler.
And
I was a fool.
No, he said, I am a fool.
Yeah, he said, I am a fool.
So I said, okay, whatever. And we're going to speed forward. And, what name? Kevin asked Charity, so what do we tell everybody? I mean, what we do? She said, you tell them nothing. And until we figure out how we're going to break this to everybody and basically how we're going to do this transition, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll just act like we together in public. And then in private, you do you and I do me.
So I said, well, God doing. I said, well, Kevin, you just might get lucky one of them nights though when you laying in that bed and you know before her alarm clock, before she hit that snooze, you put that vice grip on her. She can't get out that bed. Don't ask me how I know, cause sometimes when as soon as that alarm go, you got her roll under the bed because if they get you like this,
let's catch her one night when she ain't got no drawers on for easy access.
It's over. I be like, God,
don't slide you in there and get you some, Kevin.
Like I'm late for work. But now why you late for work? Don't even ask. It don't even matter. Like Mike B said.
Hashtag morning puss.
This a gospel show. Well, we done seen it.
Puss is in the Bible.
No, it's not.
Puss is in the Bible.
No, it's not.
It just don't say puss, but it's in there.
See, here we go. So now we in there before the revival. And here go Bishop. See, Bishop gossips more than a goddamn female.
Tell everything.
He talking about something, telling Lionel, say, hey, man, Trump over there, get ready to build that goddamn building. They got this going on, got that going on. But I heard through the grapevine they having problems with the foundation and the drainage issues and whatever. He said, oh, my son Aaron, he deal with that kind of stuff. He said, we can get him down here, have him look at it. Matter of fact, he probably could have stopped all that bullshit, make all the problems go away.
Hey, can you get Aaron over there on Donald Trump by this wall that he want to build and get that stopped?
We ain't heard nothing about no wall since that Knuckle Bennett.
Oh, he's still talking about the wall.
I ain't heard it.
Yeah, he's still talking about he want to build that wall and want them to pay for it.
I said, So they all up in revival, having them a good time. One night, Mary came out to perform. It was a pointless.
They were lip singing.
Very much so. It was pointless to me. But they all having a good time. Then it was the night that Mr. Lionel was supposed to preach. And he got up there and he preached about people being asleep. And he was putting everybody to sleep except for First Lady May.
She was crying, boy. What she was thinking about?
She was thinking about that mushroom tip. And I sat there.
Where the mushroom tip gonna go?
Them sweet waters. And she said, I remember the day when you used to put me to sleep. Because listen, let me tell you what I think. Let me tell you what I think. Because y'all know from the first season, we've been trying to figure out what's this deal between First Lady and Gigi. Why don't she like Gigi? What's going on between her and Gigi? And I said, well, maybe she ain't Bishop Lester Wallace's daughter. Maybe she ain't Gigi mama. I was like, there's just something weird about this whole situation. Then what came into play tonight? First Lady, do we need a DNA test before he get back on that airplane? Is that Gigi daddy?
I think it is, and I think Aaron is her son.
Cause she was acting real crazy towards Aaron too.
Yeah,
I said, well, what the heck?
Said the secrets is coming out. The skeletons is coming out the closet, and they starting to talk about the bullshit you did in the past that you covering up. And what making me pissed off is the way that she judging Gigi about what she doing.
Like mama, like daughter.
And you doing it too. So the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
Boom.
Matter of fact, the apple hits you right in the head. Sometimes almost knock the hell out you too.
Who's the daddy? Do we need to call more?
Nah, you need to call the baby on Donald so it said, eat not the mouth.
I said, something ain't right about this here, boo. And I said, well, then I thought about the fact, I said, we already know that Mavis and Bishop Lester Wallace had something going on. Did she revenge sexed up Lionel and got pregnant with Gigi?
And Aaron?
And gave Aaron away?
Throw him away?
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right.
And I'm going to keep on watching this bad boy.
Yeah.
So, we saw a scene where that daggone Gigi, she basically stalking Uncle Mac. And I said, Gigi, you taking it too goddamn far.
She's starting to mess with his puss.
He don't got him a lady friend, or old lady. She came over there and she couldn't spend the night over there at the Section 8 because that'll mess his voucher up. So she had to leave at the end of the night.
Kick him out in the morning.
Yeah. So, she had to leave. But before she could even pull out, that daggone Gigi was at her
knocking
window.
on her window. Ma'am.
You know he a pedophile, right? He raped my sister. He did all that. Max said, why don't you leave me alone? He's
trying to start my life over.
And you won't let me rest.
I've been delivered. I've been set free. The Lord trying to give me a new start. And you supposed to be a Christian, so leave me alone. Get out.
And she said, and I said, well, what her being a Christian
Got to do with
Gotta
confronting you about your bullshit.
See, you can't
See,
pull that bullshit on Caesar Saints.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hold on. The Bible say this, and the Bible say that. So, what we talking about here? See, that don't make mature saints shut up. Like when people come to you, be like, the Lord told me to tell you. Okay, where that at?
Where's that in the book? Show me where's that in the book.
Because that's contradictory to what his words say. And he
They don't say that in the book.
His word backs up his word. So if he said that, with that...
Well, you know what she should have said? You supposed to be a Christian because you was on the deacon board and you raped them girls. And you
was
supposed
he a deacon or was he the coach? What was he? Was he a deacon?
He was in leadership. We put it that way. He was in leadership, and he took them girls on a freaking camping trip where they were supposed to be ministering to them, helping them have a better life. And you, yeah.
He got himself a better life. And Charity and Jabari, they giving the little duet, and they a little too close for comfort on the stage. They bumping and grinding.
Kevin looking like.
So what the hell going? And he confronted her about that too. He was like,
she denied. I know she was gonna deny it.
No, ain't nothing going on between us and da 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 da. I said, go ahead.
Lying, yeah, up in there in the choir loft.
Yeah, but did y'all see Jacob Facebook live stalking the service over at the house? Thomas, I don't even know why I'm watching it.
Because you want to go?
Him.
You miss him, you want to go?
You miss him. And his wife was like, shut that goddamn computer down. We don't need, we over at Triumph now.
Technology.
I don't like her.
Technology is something else, boy.
You can stalk from your living room.
Man, you can go to church from the comfort of your own home. It ain't the same, but you can do it.
So, moving ahead, that guy doing Macdo called the police. The nerve.
That's how I usually work.
He called the police on Gigi, but he ain't found no charges. But basically, it's a scare tactic. Leave me the hell alone, or I'm gonna do something to you. Something gonna happen to you legally. So Gigi was like, okay.
Well, Mac already did that threat. He didn't threaten Gigi with it. He threatened to say, I got some powerful people I can pull out.
It ain't nothing gonna be on my back, but smoke and all that.
Yeah.
So Aaron came into town, and he basically tells Bishop Lester Wallace and First Lady May said, hey, what happened was they're not building, they're building the code. And some kind of way they're bypassing all of this.
Yeah.
But what you can do is you can file an injunction so that they can go out there and review it and basically
delay them for 28 days
at a time.
At a time.
Basically do this until they give up or they ain't got no more money. And then we'll go ahead and move forward from there. And basically probably steal the land and the little foundation right from underneath of them.
Yeah. Bishop said, yeah, I like that idea.
And First Lady said, yeah, I like that idea too. Until you realize what was going to come with it. So what came with it was, she thought that Mr. Lionel was going to leave after this here revival. But Lionel is leaving. Aaron is leaving. But Aaron is coming back.
And guess what he going to be staying at? In Jacob's old room.
I said, oh, so you got your son living in your son's room?
But I think that was a card played by the pastor, see. He said, see how this is the player game. See, if I plant my son in the house, that means I can come over there to see you.
Anytime I want.
But I can act like I'm coming to see my son. And we can get some showtime at the Apollo going on.
I said, all right. So Aaron said, I'm going back home, pack me a few bags, and I'll be back.
No, Bishop said, go on back to Tennessee and come on back with your bag, boy.
So we on this last night of revival here. Finally. Everybody exhausted.
Now, since we on revival, can I put this out there?
You can do whatever you want.
Now, I know this applies to the country because we went to country church. Country church always have the 5-day revival. And Monday through Thursday on nobody show up. It be the pastor and the deacons and the ushers. And maybe about 4 or 5 people from the street.
Cause everybody tired by then.
By the time you get to Friday night, it be packed. Why is that?
Let me tell you what we did.
Oh,
go ahead.
Oh, you can go ahead.
Go ahead.
It's like that because people be tired. People got to work during the week. And you go out and get these long-winded pastors and long-winded choirs that want to sing and preach for 2 hours And you sit there looking at your watch like, I only got 6 hours to go to sleep. And them niggas are still singing. You look at your watch again, oh man, I only got 4 hours of sleep. And that nigga is still preaching.
Ain't even got the altar call yet.
Ain't got no respect for people's personal time. No respect. See, the guest pastor, them, they don't care. They being put up the hotel all week. They being covered. But I still gotta go to freaking work. So that's why people only come on Fridays, because they know they can stay out all night on Fridays. But Monday through Thursday, players gotta go to work.
Mm-hmm. But let me tell you what we did, what our church did. Thank God.
Yeah.
When you got a spirit-led pastor, bishop, whatever you want to call them, ours is a bishop. What I tell y'all, revival is for the leaders, the workers of the church. We don't have scheduled revivals. Whenever he see the leaders in the church starting to get a little, that's when he call a revival. When it's needed, however many times it's needed. You may not have one for a year. You may not have one, you could have one every 6 months. It just depends on how the leaders are. You got to be tentative to the flock. That's what you call it. You got to be tentative. You got to know what's going on with your people. When I start to see you being a little sluggish and I see that your spirit is down, and how the heck you going to minister to somebody when you all broke up? That's when you, all right, we need to get us some revivalists up in here and get y'all delivered. Let y'all snot cry. Get your praise on, shout, Get your fan on, let me throw some oil on you. And get you back in the spirit, get you charged up, and so that you can live. You live to fight another day.
No, live to praise another day. Hallelujah.
So that's basically what a revival is. Let me go ahead and finish this here out. So something happened at the end. We saw the cop that had came to visit Gigi at
I was like, the cops coming to get you again?
No, that ain't the end. But I'll end it.
It is the end. No, that wasn't the end, but it can be the end.
Because this is the powerful part. Sophia ended up getting baptized.
But wait a minute. Not only did she get baptized,
she had that 22-second baptism.
Same day baptism. Usually you gotta wait till 3rd or 4th Sunday to get baptized.
You ain't go through no freaking fellowship classes?
Nah, the diggers didn't talk to you about what baptism means. You just going in the back same day. Just like Amazon Prime. That's freaking baptism prime, boy.
I said, when they start this? I said, so you go up and they got a robe and a hair wrap ready for you to go, and you get baptized. They just uncover the pool.
Yep.
Right in front of the congregation.
Fill the pool up, yep.
And we just get baptized the same day. Where they do that at?
Yeah, matter of fact, some of y'all still waiting to be baptized now. Y'all been on the list for the last 2 weeks and you still ain't got baptized yet.
Wait for the deacon to call you.
Yeah, Sophia got baptized the same day. God, dog.
I got baptized twice, y'all. Did you get baptized twice?
Yeah, I've been twice.
I got baptized when I was little because my mom and my grandma made me get baptized because I was an atheist and they thought I was going to hell.
See, y'all like the rabbit holes. Why is it in the black church, before they dunk you in the pool, they singing "Wade in the water"? And what happens is when you go in the water, come back up, go in the bathroom, dry off, put your clothes back on.
Still singing.
You come back, they still singing that song to you.
That's how I've been in there.
We should have played with them. We should have opened the door like this. Said, wait in the water. I do some bullshit like that.
They gonna be like, she wasn't clear when she was
clear.
But let me tell you, the day that I went and got baptized the second time when I got saved for real.
I'm laying here sweating.
Here.
I need that church fan going.
When I got baptized the second time for real, why the heater in the pool had broke?
And it was on a cold day in the winter too.
Bishop said, do you really want to get baptized today? I said, I might well. He said, for real? He said, because I don't even want to get that water. That water is cold. Man, I went up underneath there. I said, Jesus.
Well, the song said when I got baptized, the water was cold, chilled my body, and wet my soul.
Healed my soul.
Healed my soul.
But that's what it did, because I was all freezing back. I said, God, don't. Was I that much of a failure that Jesus just broke it and said, maybe you ain't ready?
I guess he thought the hell was in you was going to freaking warm up the water.
I was getting ready to say something, but I don't know who watching this. You remember that baptism we had?
Huh?
You remember that baptism we had? Where the person just sat down in the water?
Why we still in the rabbit hole? You know, if you want to see some funny, it's some funny stuff that happens in church. We was at this church at our past church. This was like long time ago.
Oh God.
The preacher got excited while preaching his message. He decided that he want to stand up in the preacher's chair. And this Negro stood up in the chair and fell right straight through the chair. And the bad part about it, he never stopped preaching. Let me tell you how he did it. He said, Lord, he said, Pastor, I'm sorry, and I'm gonna pay for the chair. And my bishop was like,
Bishop said, he
was pissed off.
He said, been all the years we done renovated everything. He ain't paid for no check.
So matter of fact, his revival check went back to pay for that goddamn chair. He ain't even get no check. He said that part, I'm sorry, I'm gonna pay for it. It's like, what?
Good night, y'all.
Straight from the VA.
The dirty South.
2 up, 2 down. Holla.